Hello and welcome. You're watching this special broadcast on One India, the consecration ceremony of the much awaited Ram Temple is underway. And as Prime Minister Modi takes those strides towards the temple Garbhagriha to complete the ceremony, the Pran Pratishtha, it is our honor to bring you a broadcast unmatchable and also from all the parts of the world, starting with the African continent, which is called the cradle of humankind. It's my honor to welcome Dr. Raj Kulapan from Pretoria. Then we have joined by Nagaraju Anna from Johannesburg, Nagaraju Gurala. We are also joined by Mr. Rajendra, all the way from Tanzania, a very beautiful country. Zanzibar is a name that stands once again as the identity. And last but not the least, Mr. Devki Sharad Jha joining us from Nairobi, the capital city of Kenya. Gentlemen, thank you so much for taking time out for Lord Ram. It's our pleasure to host you. Dr. Kolapan, let me begin with you first. You have been invited for the consecration ceremony, and this invitation itself speaks volumes for the yeoman's job that you have done in Pretoria, around South Africa, and in the African continent. Please take us through with your good work that you have been carrying out and how it is connecting the Indian diaspora.
Well, I come from a family that always promoted Indian dance and music. My brother studied at a college in India, in Chennai, at the
Mhm,
Kalachatra College of Music and Dance. And my family has always been involved in promoting this type of culture. So
mhm,
we brought wonderful musicians from India at a regular basis. Amjad Ali Khan, Anup
mhm,
Jalota, M.S. Gopalakrishnan, Mendlin Srinivasan, Sudha Raghunandan, and all these people from various times came to South Africa. But a passion grew in me
mhm,
to want to build an authentic temple in South Africa, a temple that would be um, satisfy all the injunctions of our Shastra in terms of Vastu, Agama, Shilpa Shastra, and so on. So as I grew up, qualified as a doctor, this desire to want to build a temple became more and more. I couldn't get it out of my soul. And we, I was very, very fortunate that to buy a very, very beautiful property on the banks of a river and
mhm,
then engaged architects from India, from Kerala, Kanipayur Krishnan, Nambudripat, and
mhm,
he came to South Africa, designed the temple. That plans were taken then to India again, where Stapati Ganapati, Stapati Muttaya. And
mhm.
again, these plans were then blessed by the Shankaracharya of Kanji. And then we
Oh.
built the most beautiful Ayappa temple here. And we brought Shilpis from India that stayed almost 2 years in South Africa to
Mhm,
complete the most beautiful structure. And that structure itself then provided the base for us to
mhm,
promote Hinduism or
mhm,
Sanatana Dharma in
mhm,
as I want in its pristine form. Our forefathers coming from India brought what little knowledge they knew,
mhm,
but with the exchange of Swamiji coming to our country and so on, the temple was able to then host many, many of our religious leaders and
mhm,
thereby play a very, very pivotal role in
mhm.
spreading Sanatana Dharma in its pristine glory. We were little
Absolutely.
children when we sang Sri Ram, Jai Ram, Jai Jai Ram, Ayodhya Vasi Ram, Dasaratha Nandana Ram, never
Mhm.
ever believing one day that one would be invited one day to actually go and witness the Prana Pratishta. So really ever grateful. And again, I think it is the Ayappa temple, the grace that oozes out from any noble adventure to keep Sanatana Dharma alive that will
Mhm.
eventually bring its rewards.
Absolutely. Needless to say, our viewers would be not just astonished, but also be very happy to hear from Dr. Kulapan the kind of work that he had, the effort that has been put in by him and his family. Not far away from Pretoria, Dr. Kulapan, sitting with us is Nagaraju Anna. Nagaraju Anna, you are in Johannesburg, the commercial capital at times being called, referred to as for South Africa. The country hosts a lot of Indian diaspora right from the days, centuries ago, when those Indians and others came to South Africa. they have still kept the values intact, the gods intact, the traditions intact. What is this connect that helps you, that binds you, and that inspires you to follow the Sanatan?
Okay, thank you, Pankajji. Thanks, everyone, for this great opportunity to say a few words on Ayodhya Ram Mandir inauguration.
Mhm.
I would like to say one more thank you, especially to Dr. Kolappan, because he built a very, very big temple here, and we are fortunate to visit multiple times to the temple in South Africa.
Oh.
And coming to the today's topic, how the Lord Rama and also the devotional significance in South Africa,
Mhm.
we have an immense significance for the Hindu community in South Africa, including myself. We regularly, on a daily basis,
Mhm.
we do rituals and puja ceremonies. The presence of temples dedicated specifically to Lord Rama,
Mhm.
we have in Durban. It
Mhm.
is a spiritual hub of the community. And also today we are discussing about the inauguration of the Ram Temple in Ayodhya. It's a historic and also emotionally changed the moment of Hindus in South Africa. There is a, from the ages we have that relation culturally, traditionally between the two countries. Thank you.
Right. Indeed, Nagaraju Anna. I have been to South Africa. I have visited the temples, and I have seen the kind of fervor that is there among the people. Thanks to you, all of you, for keeping it alive there. Uh, Devki Sharad Jhaji in Kenya, Kenya, one of the most progressive countries in Africa, and no doubt the barometer of development is something which is at times equated with a European country. Uh, Jazab, how has been your stay there in Kenya so far, and how is it that you connect and go to the temple? And what are your feelings on this very, very big day of consecration of Lord Rama?
Thank you, Pankajji. Basically, I'm here since last 2016, and
Okay.
I'm staying just behind Ram Mandir. I'm
Wow.
just staying behind Ram Mandir. It is
Wow.
a Lakshmi apartment, and
Mhm.
it is just behind Ram Mandir. And here there is one only Ram Mandir in Nairobi,
Mhm.
and we are celebrating each and every weekly on Saturday. We are organizing Hanuman Chalisa, and
Mhm.
we are celebrating together. Lots of the people are there, and after that, followed by the Mahaprasad each
Mhm.
and
Right.
every Saturday.
Wow.
And lots of the another things is also happening here.
Mhm.
But so basically, this funda we have organized to get together, and we have to develop a culture
Mhm.
that
Wow.
Hindu culture. So my whole family is going each and every Saturday over there. Even
Mhm.
in Sunday morning, we have to go there and do Hanuman Chalisa also, our family
Wow.
only. And
Wow.
after that, we went to do another walk.
Mhm.
So that is our
Okay.
yeah. After that, we have
That's
to do
nice.
another work. But that is
Oh,
our first
okay.
task to go
Wow.
each and every Sunday in Ram Mandir,
Mhm.
and
Mhm.
each and every Saturday evening to go
Right.
and pray to all these Hanuman Chalisa and all these things, and then after
Right.
that we have to do another work. So
Mhm.
that
So,
is our routine task.
okay. Okay.
That is our
That's
routine
so
task. Yeah.
lovely. I mean, your first day, जो कहते हैं कि दिन की शुरुआत या काम करने से पहले
Yes.
भगवान
Yes.
को
Yes.
स्मरण
Yes.
करते हैं और तब किसी और काम में लगते
सब
हैं.
किसी और काम में.
Bilkul. Jha Sahab, stay with us. It's a pleasure to have you.
Okay.
Rajendra ji is there with us from Tanzania, and those keen travelers would know this place in African continent like the back of their hand. Very beautiful country, Rajendra ji, and it's equally beautiful to know that people like you and other brothers and sisters also have kept the tradition, the Hindu tradition, the belief in the gods and goddesses alive there. Please share with us, how is it in Tanzania?
Good evening, everybody. I'm really touched and pleasure that you invited for this wonderful function. I mean, I would to say for this program, and being a part of it is I'm humbled and uh, touched. Number one. Number two is that
Mhm.
since I'm been there from 2005. Tanzania's commercial capital is Dar es Salaam,
Mhm.
and Dar es Salaam itself is called name itself is the heaven, place of heaven,
Yes,
and
yes.
I'm blessed. And second thing is I'm staying at Mawanza. It's Lake
Mhm.
Zone. We have temples here, Sanatan Temple and Swaminarayan Temple. I already shared those photos to you.
Yes.
And basically here every Thursday and Sunday the gathering happens, Aarti happens, and we are celebrating the festivals, each and every festivals, like
Mhm.
Ganesh festival for 11 days, and
Mhm.
Navaratri festival, and
Right.
so the two, I mean, with all the communities, and
Mhm.
especially in Swaminarayan Temple, Isran Temple, once in a month, all these what do you say is
Mhm.
all these
Mhm.
acharyas, they
Uh-huh.
come and they'll give a very beautiful lecture, and that is
Mhm.
followed by a lot of the whole city is invited, and listen peacefully for their wonderful what to say, their education, I mean their ideas, views,
Mhm.
and how we
Pravachan.
have to, yeah, everything. Basically
Mhm.
what happens when you go abroad, you forget the cultures. The
Right.
cultures has been kept alive, and I am really blessed that we have been celebrating each and every festival in a very big way.
Mm.
And now the temples, the Sanatan temple, this Swaminarayan temple, they have been renovated, and it's in a big way we are celebrating them. And
Right.
also being a part of, I am a Lions member, a lot of charity we do. And Thursday and the Sunday, a lot of devotees have come over there. And Sri Ram temple, already I told, Sanatan temple, in that
Right.
all the idols are there.
Uh-huh.
This Sri Rama and Lakshman Sita Mata, and then Sri
Mhm.
Krishna.
Mhm.
So all these, and basically the Navratri, everybody
Mhm.
fasts there, and the Garba and all. It is
Right.
live, and we share with everyone. And also the
Right.
August 15 and August 26 celebrations, expats do in a very big way. I've been
Right. Right.
very fortunate to be there, part of it. I'm blessed
Mhm.
with God and with all your good wishes. Yeah,
Absolutely.
right.
No, no, Rajan Saab, it is so heartening to hear you coming from Tanzania, Zanzibar, as I my limited knowledge, one of the most beautiful places on earth. Dar es Salaam, another very progressive city, capital city, and to know that you all have been working industriously, keeping the traditions alive, following the daily routine is something which in itself is the biggest, I would say, veneration to Lord Ram. Dr. Kulapan, uh, keeping the faith within your heart alive. This is the theme, this is the motto. What inspires you, Dr. Kulapan, if I may ask you, because you would be our guest very soon? What is it that keeps you going, that keeps you connected?
I think for many of us coming from India, you could take us out of India, but you couldn't take the Indianness out of us. Wherever we were,
Yeah.
in whatever community we found ourselves,
Mhm.
we felt to the core of our being of being Indian. We are South African, for example, but I'm a South African Indian. And
Mhm.
again, the yearning to connect with our culture. Our name for our following is called Sanatana Dharma. And
Mhm.
Sanatan is such a beautiful word, meaning eternal and universal. And really, you cannot, separating us from India doesn't separate us from that eternal and universal
Mhm.
values. So
Yeah.
the idea, is that we sure we were inspired by many things. We inspired by our connection with India. We inspired by the people who come out of India. But I think without that inspiration, for many years in South Africa, when the boycott during the apartheid years, um,
Mhm.
we didn't have many people coming from India to South Africa. However, the Indian mind is such that they understand that their success lies in the Indianness. If you look at every
Right.
Indian community throughout the world, they are successful because of following their Indian values. And it is this
Mhm.
what that keeps us, when we look at the Ram Mandir, it is describing our own resurrection, our own reignition of the values that we have the yearning and desire that was already, it's like in our DNA. As a
Mhm.
little child, nobody had to force me to go to vernacular school or to bhajan or to learn
Mhm.
Hanuman Chalisa or get the joy of singing kirtan. We didn't have to learn it from anybody outside us. There was a wonderful innate desire to express this. And when we, like I think I would share the sentiments of all our
Mhm.
African contributors, that as soon as we got together in a smallish enough group, the first thing we thought about was, how do we build a mandir? How do we build a center where we would then find a place to establish that permanent connection with the future generations that come? In us, we knew there's one Tamil saying that never live in a place where there is no temple. It is like having a body with no soul. Similarly, like that keeps us alive is this Hindu dharma. This
Mhm.
dharma means to support and to sustain everything. And that's what it did for us in this country. From
Right.
coming as laborers to this country, we have now risen through
Yes.
our culture. We have
Yes.
risen
Yes.
to producing the best doctors,
True.
engineers,
True.
and so on because of our culture. And the moment we lose our culture, we will lose everything. So, therefore, the yearning to keep it alive was for our own survival, not because it was nice to do, but we realized the value of our
Mhm.
Hinduness.
Golden words, absolutely golden words, Dr. Kulapan. Don't reside at a place which has no temples. Nagaraja Anna, you live in a place which is surrounded by temples. uh, Midrand area in Johannesburg has Pretoria nearby, has Lodium, has Centurion, and yourself. Please tell us, Nagaraj Anna, about the kind of atmosphere that you see in your vicinity and the kind of interest that you see in your fellow South African Indian families alike when it comes to the temple.
Okay, so I'm here in South Africa from last 15 years.
Mm,
From the community, from the Hindu community, we participate and contribute to the temples,
mhm,
including nearest temples within Johannesburg. And as I mentioned, we visit Ayappa Temple, and
mhm,
also the efforts we involve, not only the financial, volunteering, organizing community events. We'll keep the cultural activities away from our home,
mhm. Good.
and we normally do Sri Ram Navami Kalyanam and also Navaratri, like Rajendra ji mentioned. In South Africa, also in the last part of the quarter, we have Navaratri, Ganesh Chaturthi. We celebrate. We need to have that strong connections to our roots for the future generations. So, it's a daily routine, as Dr. Kolappan also said, the Tamil saying, if there is no temple, we are not supposed to stay.
Right, right, right. Absolutely.
Thank you.
Um, Jhasa, you know, staying away from home gives you a very different feeling. And since time immemorial, also, people have been migrating and going to different places and then developing it. Ramcharitmanas is one concept, not just a book, I would say, that has helped a lot of Indians who especially migrated or went to work in African continent. I have had the pleasure of speaking to a few uh, uh, laureates also as far as the religious understanding is concerned. And the role of Ramcharitmanas, the role of Ram in itself, growing up, how was it? And since you have spent almost nearly 2 decades in Kenya, how does it feel to be connected and to, be associated with Lord Ram there?
Sir, you know that I am basically from Bihar and
Mhm.
basically from Mithila,
Right.
where Sita Mata is belonging from there.
Janki Sthan is there.
Janki
Yes,
is there.
yes, yes,
So,
absolutely.
and this religion is in our culture, in our blood.
Mhm,
Here in Kenya, we are here since last 8 years.
mhm,
Here also, we are thinking that we have to be loyal with our duty, responsibility, and with that our culture also. And we have to celebrate together with all these peoples who is coming in Ram Mandir,
mhm,
and we have to join. We have to we can say that we can motivate the people to join in with the dharma.
Mm-hmm.
And we are welcome to all these peoples who is interested, who is coming, who is not in religions to Hindu, even in the another dharma also, but we are telling them, we are
Mm-hmm.
convincing them to join, come, see that what is our culture.
Right.
Even in Kenyan also we are telling to come, and they are coming. They are coming there. They are eating Mahaprasad also. They are just sitting there, and they are listening also. So lots
Mm-hmm.
of that people are interested, and they are showing their interest to join in
Mm-hmm.
our dharma, and that is the things we are doing. That is the things we
Mm-hmm.
are doing, but it is very difficult to tell someone, to force someone to join. That is the
Right.
very difficult. But we are just saying that you can come,
Mm-hmm.
you can join, you can see
Right.
that our culture. So we are
Right.
promoting our culture also. Yes,
Absolutely. Promoting a culture is something, which is very unique to
yes,
Indian tradition also. And it is not an assertion, but a voluntary submission and a voluntary admission to the fact that, yes, these are the things that you like about them. These are the things that you don't like about them,
yes,
which is also about respecting others' opinion also. Rajendra Saab, Tanzania, very cosmopolitan, setup in the country. How do you see your Tanzanian and other countrymen there, those who come to work there? How do they view India? What is their opinion about India and Indians in general?
Yeah, see, actually, when I went there in 2005,
Mhm,
everybody was telling, no, Africa is like that, very this or that. No, actually,
mhm,
they are very friendly. To be
uh-huh,
very frank with you, they are very friendly, and they now, as Mr. Sharad Jaji told, and other
mhm,
people also, because when you get involved and when we make them comfortable, see,
mhm.
actually, there is we have to understand India is our birth country, okay,
Right.
and that is Tanzania is our what to say another work country, okay.
Mhm, mhm.
So basically, we have to respect the culture of them and as well as us. Then they will be very friendly with you. See, that is how we are made. Even in the Lions Club and all, they come
Mhm.
very voluntarily, and
Right.
also they enjoy our prasad and food and the
Right.
culture. You won't believe there is in
Mhm.
Tanzania, our Indian songs are very famous. Okay. Yeah,
Yeah.
very famous. And also sometimes when you put this one nowadays, they are crazy, crazy. Now they are very, very with my workers and my friends who
Mhm,
are there with me. They
mhm.
always ask me the songs, share the songs with me. The movies they come now that we have theaters and all. They come to
Right.
theaters, yeah, and they just love. Basically what happens. It is respecting the what is dharma. It is respecting the values of the other person and making we have to be a better human being.
Mhm.
Once we are better human being, everything falls into the place. You
Absolutely.
understood? So the God is, we have a faith in God. They also have a faith in God. Once they sit with us in the temple, they understand the values and the Swamijis which are coming for this pravachana and all these people are coming nowadays. You know how it is spread. Ram Temple is spreading not now everywhere.
Mhm,
Ayodhya is there. Now we have. I showed you. Even the Dar es Salaam, Tanzania, even this
mhm.
now Nairobi, South Africa, everywhere. See,
Right.
basically, these things, what happens, it makes you at a peace. It makes you to progress. It makes
Mhm,
you respect each other.
mhm, mhm.
That is how this
Absolutely.
I take it in that way, and
Perfect.
they are very very good with us, and they just love us,
Mhm, mhm.
and they just love our kids. You know that the people who are working there, they just love the kids also. They just enjoy with our kids. I
Right.
already seen, because
Mhm.
they are very good in terms
Right.
of everything, and we have
Indeed.
to respect each other, and they are coming. And
Bil-
in Lions and all, we are, and our country, especially now you are telling me about especially our country's relation with Tanzania is become growing day by day. Now
Okay.
there is the Indian High Commissioner office, Mr. Pradhan is there. I have seen him. So many I mean, we are promoting so many cultural activities
Mhm.
plus our what do you say business relations.
Right, right, right. No, no,
Yeah,
definitely.
very, very good. You know, our relations with, I think last year our president, madam, has visited, and
Hmm, hmm,
there
hmm.
was guard of honor in New Delhi. You have seen that? I have the
Yeah,
picture.
right, right.
Yeah, with Prime Minister Modi.
Hmm,
And
hmm,
for a medical and education, they
right.
always love India, and
Hmm,
especially medical. We are
right.
in the first to, especially this your Fortis hospital in Delhi,
Hmm.
Bombay, all these hospitals, they
You won't
just
believe there is an IIT also, which is coming to
now in
Tanzania
Zanzibar, IIT is open. That is
in
in Chennai.
Zanzibar.
That Zanzibar is open now.
Well, this
Okay.
is something,
Yeah,
this should be,
exactly, exactly.
this,
And we are promoting water projects. Water in all entire Tanzania water projects has been
Mhm.
financed and supported by Indian government.
No, absolutely. See, I mean, the world is, one big family, as has been promoted in
Ah, there
recently.
it is. That is the right word you said, Pankaj.
Absolutely,
That is how
absolutely.
it is.
Right. Very quickly, I will take, final comments from all of you gentlemen and then conclude the show.
Yeah.
Starting with you, Dr. Kulapan, as Rajendra ji said, if you are good, everything falls in place. This good part is what defines Maryada Purushottam Ram.
Yeah.
In your opinion, sir, how easy or difficult it is to be a Ram today?
Just repeat that. Sorry, I didn't get the last bit.
I was saying Maryada Purushottam Ram.
Yes, yes.
He is the best among all men. How do we imbibe his values to become like him?
Well, one has to live one's culture to know the benefits of that. I wrote a book called Converting Hindus to Hinduism. And the
Okay.
idea was exactly this. How do we Hindus actually cull the benefits out of living a Hindu way of life? Hindu
Okay.
way of life is living the righteous way, the ethical way, the way that brings success and joy and harmony in its very way of living. And again, sort of
Mhm.
the proof of pudding is in eating it. So it is only when we follow this culture of ours will we know the benefits of it.
Mhm.
uh, Rajendra ji spoke so beautiful about how this, respect is reciprocated. It is something that you earn. It is something through your character, through the way you act. What you actually pour out into the universe is what the universe gives you back again. So this culture of ours, many of the people in South Africa looking at the Indian way of life, they look at how the families are so beautifully structured, how the extended families live together. We don't have this great competition in materiality, but competition in how we can rise in values and virtues. That is the
Yeah.
example of the Maryada Purushottam, that he's elevated himself above ordinary a man to become a very, very elated, elevated soul. So we have to imbibe that, we have to strive for that. It is only knowing its value that we can
Mhm.
strive for. Once, if something is not in your ambit of experience, you can never
Mhm.
strive for that. So we're very, very fortunate to grow up with Ram Mandir, to go over the stories, to
Mhm.
live them, and to inspire us because of the very nature of the teachings that exist in every aspect of our holy scriptures, not only Ramayana. It is said that our holy scriptures are maybe eternal, maybe
Mhm.
ancient, but they forever new. So it is applicable to us today as it was at the time of Ramchandra Bhagwan.
Absolutely, absolutely. Can't thank Dr. Kulapan enough for such a precise description, I would say, of how to imbibe the value of Rama. Nagarajan, I mean, you represent the Telugu community. Telangana and Andhra Pradesh, once the same state, houses a lot of uh, distinct temples also. Anjanadri Hills, you have Kishkindha, the birthplace of Hanuman. How do you see the whole concept of Ramayana unfolding in our daily lives also, and how do we imbibe that?
Okay, in Telangana, we have Bhadradri temple where
Mhm.
Ram Mandir is there. Okay, so the entire Ramayana, his life and teachings, serve as source of inspiration and also the guidance. that preserves our cultural and also religious heritage in our lives.
Mhm. Absolutely, very rich in cultural diversity, I would say. We had the honor of visiting some of those places, working on documentaries based on the sites in Andhra Pradesh and Telangana, both. And needless to say, it's a pleasure. Sharad Jhaji, as you rightly mentioned, you come from Mithila. And Mithila, Madhubani arts is something that is famous world over,
Yes.
and that also depicts the life and times of Lord Ram, Lord Goddess Mata Sita.
Yes.
So the Mithila Samaj itself, what is your message to our brethren in Bihar, especially in India? How best Ram and Sita can be imbibed?
See, in Mithila, you know very well that we are presenting our culture in painting. That is the
Yes,
Mithila painting. Yeah. So
true.
if you see that painting, we
Hmm,
are painting that all our sadi, all these things we are painting over there. And what is
hmm.
our culture? We are presenting over there.
True, true,
Each and
true.
everything, from first day to last day, from the end of year up to there, we are presenting each and everything in that painting. So
Right.
and it is very popular
Hmm,
from in the world,
right.
Madhubani painting.
Hmm,
So
hmm.
and Ram is our, we can say that he is our, in our religion we can say our Pahun.
Pahun.
Pahun. We can say our
Yes,
Pahun.
Pahun.
and
Pahun
and
is
Yeah.
yeah,
son-in-law,
yes,
son-in-law for
son-in-law.
the word.
and
Yes,
we are abusing him also. That is in
yes.
our culture.
It's
That
in the
is in
culture.
our
Yes,
culture, because my sister is Sita.
yes,
Our sister
absolutely,
is Sita,
absolutely.
so that's why
Yes.
we are abusing him also. But
Mhm.
you have seen that we are sending approximately 1100 bahars to Ayodhya, and
Ayodhya.
yeah,
Yes, yes,
all the
yes,
peoples
yes.
are going there. And
Mhm.
we are just in a different mood. All
And
these,
absolutely,
each and
it is
yeah, yeah,
very much
very
visible here.
different mood. Yeah, yeah, and
Very
and
much
they are
visible here.
celebrating very well. So
Mhm.
we say that Jai Sri Ram to each and everyone, and
Right,
just pray that Ram aayenge.
right. Ramayana.
Mm.
Definitely, Rajendra ji. Finishing the show with you, and needless to say, a traveler within me always wanted to go to Tanzania. There is a cruise also that goes from Durban to Tanzania, Zanzibar, I guess, but we could not make it.
It goes to Darbar, Zanzibar. Yeah, you are right.
Yes, yes, but we could
Mm.
not make it. But nonetheless, our viewers who would be watching us from India, from other parts of the country, would definitely want to maybe try that. From your, point of view, Rajendra ji, connect with India, staying far, far away. What is it? What is it that is there in the heart which tells you कि हाँ राम आएंगे और आप भी अपने देश से जुड़ेंगे और जहाँ हैं वहाँ अपने कर्तव्य से with the might, with the work, the quality that you bring,
Yeah,
you would
yeah.
make that place also very special.
See, actually, I would like to say one thing, Jai Shri Ram, and we have been blessed. I know this is the second Deepavali for us,
Yes,
and
Absolutely,
all
yes.
my
yes,
friends, they are asking me. So since 22nd, I mean 23rd early morning, I'm leaving. I told 22nd, I'm very fortunate to be
Yes.
here and view all the
True,
function of this inauguration and everything. And
true.
they told, okay, we are also putting the diyas and all. See,
Mhm.
Tanzanian people in Tanzania also already they have taken initiative to put the diyas and lighting and all, and they already made all the celebration. I mean, already made arrangements for the temples to be decorated in a big way. Okay,
Mhm.
so we are very open. I mean, basically, this is the second Deepavali, as I said, and
Right.
I learned, these all things, first of all from my our core, I mean, my dad and mom.
Mhm.
So wherever we go, first of all, the faith moves mountains. So first, God, we have to have faith in God. Everything will fall in the place. And since
Mhm.
staying away from long time away
Mhm.
from India, the heart is already there in India, and we have been
Right.
promoting the cultural functions. I said already, and in the flag hosting January 15. I mean, sorry, August 15 and January 26. All the functions, all the kids, all we celebrate in a big way, and that is the way how we have kept our culture alive
Right,
and going. It's very we celebrate in a very beautiful way,
right.
and not only time, although we respect the values also, and we go ahead.
Absolutely.
And yeah, Jai
Absolutely.
Shri Ram once again, and I'm really blessed to have you all and learn a lot of things from you all. Thank you and
Thank
Jai Shri Ram.
Yes,
Thank you.
Sriram.
Thank you, Dr. Kulapan, Nagaraj Anna, Sharad Jhaji, Rajendra ji. Thank you. Yes, Dr.
Okay, Ji,
Kulapan, you want? Yes,
may
please.
I end with saying one shlok for Ram?
Yes,
By
yes,
all
do
means,
that.
by all, I
Please,
should have
please.
asked you. My apologies, please.
रामाय रामभद्राय रामचन्द्राय वेतसे रघुनाथाय नाथाय सीताय पतये नमो नमः जय श्री राम जय श्री राम जय श्री राम
This we couldn't have asked for, a better ending than this.
Yeah,
Icing on the cake. Thank you
I
so much,
agree.
Dr. Kulapan. We welcome you here, and thank
Thank
you,
you so much.
all of you, for taking
Thank
time.
you, thank you, thank you,
Thank you,
thank you
sir.
very much.
Thank you
Thank
for
you
the
very much.
opportunity. Jai Sri Ram.